Welcome to this explainer on what we call the high-frequency veil, though, honestly, warning might be a much more fitting word here. I want you to just sit back and imagine something for a second. You feel a sudden, icy chill in an empty room, just a prickle on the back of your neck. The air around you suddenly grows heavy, doesn't it? You scan the dark corners, but, well, you see nothing. You convince yourself it's just your imagination playing tricks on you. But I really have to ask you, have you ever truly felt that sudden chill? You know the one. What if the truth isn't that you're alone in that room at all? What if, and just stay with me here, they are standing right next to you, breathing the exact same air, but your eyes are simply too slow to catch them? Well, this brings us to a fascinating concept known as the biological refresh rate. Think of it kind of like a glitch in our reality. Imagine holding a silver pen in your hand. You move it slowly, and its shape is perfectly clear, right? But shake it faster, and it becomes a blur. Now, imagine shaking it at the speed of light. It literally vanishes entirely. You see, our brains operate at a very specific visual refresh rate. It's a biological limitation that screens out the impossible, filtering our everyday reality down to a very narrow, very safe visual spectrum. The exact limit of that safety zone? It's 23,000 hertz. Yup, 23,000. Beyond 23,000 oscillations per second, the physical world as we know it essentially becomes a ghost. It dissolves into this realm of quantum oscillation, and hidden possibilities strongly suggest that advanced entities occupy this exact space, just vibrating right outside that narrow spectrum of human sight. So, the absolutely crucial point we need to understand here is this. They aren't traveling from distant galaxies in shiny metal ships to visit us. No, they are already here. They occupy the exact same room you are sitting in right this very moment. Some fascinating perspectives indicate that this is a sort of silent masquerade. Paul Hellyer, the former defense minister of Canada, actually went on record with a deeply ominous account. He stated that at least 8 to 12 species are living among us right now, from the Nordics to the Greys. They're moving through our cities as unseen observers, completely hidden by this high-frequency veil. There is a really stark divide between our surface reality and what we might call subterranean truth. Documents leaked by whistleblowers like Edward Snowden suggest these entities are actually protected by deep state facilities. Ancient accounts and modern leaks alike point to these massive underground bases in places like Nevada and Arizona. They're hidden hubs for an interaction between worlds that, frankly, we were never meant to see. Just a mundane surface world, hiding a massive deep state reality. Which brings us to part 1, the mirror's hidden reflection. Let's just pause here for a second. Take a breath and let the silence settle. Because the whole paradigm is about to shift inward. What if the entity you've been desperately searching for is actually the one looking back at you? You've probably spent your whole life looking for them in the shadows of your room. But hidden possibilities suggest you really should be looking in the mirror. Because what if you yourself aren't entirely human? Some genuinely believe in what are known as starseeds. Perspectives indicate that many of these beings haven't just popped by for a visit. They've actually worn human skin for generations. They are advanced souls from distant places like the Pleiades or Arcturus, born right into these lower-density human vessels to quietly guide our evolution. They remember life in the stars deep down, but they're trapped in a biological body, kind of having forgotten their cosmic origins simply because of the heavy, slow frequency of human flesh. To actually see them in their true form, they have to intentionally lower their frequency. But here's the catch. Only a tiny fraction of humanity possesses the vibrational receptivity to pierce that veil. It's estimated that a mere 10% of humanity is currently capable of direct energetic contact. The rest? Well, they're left blind, just wandering in a low-frequency fog, completely weighed down by the endless grinding stresses of modern life. And that leads us to part 2, trapped under a closed sky. Let that sense of dread sink in for just a moment. Because the boundaries of our physical bodies, they aren't the only cages we inhabit. The sky you look up at every night, it isn't an open window to the vast cosmos. It's a ceiling. Ancient accounts suggest our atmosphere is actually a closed loop. Just a sodden sky that leads absolutely nowhere. An invisible, crystalline dome that's literally locking us in. Extraterrestrials don't fly in from the outside, crossing the freezing, dark vacuum of space. Instead, it's believed they use stargates, these intense electromagnetic tears in spacetime, often located right at the Earth's poles. They shift in to in, moving fluidly from one internal dimension to another, without ever once crossing that vacuum. They occupy our exact same geography, just a different layer of reality, separated only by a simple quantum beat. But, as you might guess, not all who share our space are benevolent. Ancient accounts speak of unseen predators too. Entities like the Alpha Draconians and other dark races that absolutely thrive in the shadows of this overlapping geography. They prefer the dark, you see, and they literally feed on the heavy, low vibrations of human panic, pain, and conflict. Now we arrive at part 3, the human residence farm. I want you to just sit with this next thought for a moment in absolute silence. Let the cold truth of our existence really settle in. Are we merely being observed, or are we being farmed for a resource we don't even know we possess? We aren't just some study subject in a grand cosmic experiment. Hidden possibilities suggest we're more like a digital nursery. We're being farmed day in and day out for our deepest, darkest emotional output. They actually have a name for this harvested resource. They call it Lush. It's the biological and emotional resonance extracted by these dark entities directly from human fear and conflict. Think about it, just as we use livestock for milk and meat, higher entities may literally be utilizing our pain and anxiety. Your daily dread, your stress, that anger you feel in traffic, it is literally sustaining a hidden empire operating just beyond your visual frequency. But there is a way to break the cycle. There's a very distinct contrast between edible, low-frequency fear and inedible, high-frequency love. By consciously raising your internal vibration through love, compassion, and the pursuit of true knowledge, you actually alter your frequency. You become completely, utterly inedible to the dark. This brings us to our final section, part 4, the final awakening. You see, the Federation of Light waits in orbit. Unseen allies are already stationed in the stars, just waiting for our collective shift. When you finally stop reacting in fear, your biological refresh rate literally changes. The veil starts to thin. You'll begin to see those shimmering outlines in the street. You'll feel the comforting warmth of the unseen guests who are actually here to guide you. Because the truth, at the end of the day, is simply this. You are a fragment of the divine, momentarily slowed down just to experience this heavy earth. You are far, far more than just biological clockwork. You're more than livestock for entities hiding in the shadows. You are a high-frequency being, and you're finally waking up from a very long, low-frequency sleep. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought. The next time you feel a presence, the next time you feel that sudden chill, that unmistakable prickle on the back of your neck in an empty room, are you going to fear it? Or will you look into the dark, peer right through that high-frequency veil, and simply say, I see you.